So I'll start with your journey that I've seen so far. Like when you first started coming to me, I saw that you were looking for some answers. You're looking to find more purpose and direction and figure out more of who you are, and also how to be your best self in your workplace, and you were attracted to some of the things that you saw in my one talk, right? With possibility thinking and some of those things. And I want to come around to possibility thinking again at the end of what I want to share with you. But what I see with you, Manus, is that the journey wasn't always pretty. Like, you came through so many things, and I love where you are now. But I just want to share with you, because sometimes what we do is we forget where we were and some of the hard things that we went through. And then we're in the moment, right? So we realize, hey, things are good where we are. But what are the lessons we learned in those pits? And how can we use those in our story to be able to like really grow and to use those and to have that motivation and have that power personally, that personal power to actually like, boom, go forward in life, okay? So part of the pit for you, Manus, was that you were discouraged in your last job. And you'd talk with me in our sessions, and we would discover that your personality type and their personality types weren't always in alignment. And some of the other workers that you had, there were some struggles with you to get along, but also to have your voice be heard. And part of that was you, though. You confessed that, right? Like, you weren't strong enough for some of those people, right? And we worked on your strengths. And you wanted those answers, right? You asked us, like, how do I be strong? And how can I have courage in the workplace and things like that? So we talked about that. And it became so much of a stress for you that I remember one session that you were like, I'm looking for other opportunities. I just can't take it anymore. And you were actively looking. And it wasn't long after that they said, that's it. Yeah. So, you know, like in those moments, that was a tough time for you. Yeah. And then it wasn't long after that where you're like, boom, I'm in Regina. You sent me an email and you're like, whoa. It's like, Manus is in Regina, okay. And you're looking for work. And it's 6 months of looking for work, Manus. You know, we talked a little bit in the midst of that, but that was a tough time for you. You know, and then you just told me some great things just a minute ago about where you're at today. But in the middle of those times, like the negative turned into like a deeper pit, and then your mind got involved, and your body got involved, and emotionally, and I could feel even when you emailed me, the energy was there, right? And it doesn't mean that you'll never, ever, ever, ever experience that again or go back there, but sometimes we have to actually go back to the pain in order to appreciate and to grow. Because the pain is what helps us grow as well. Pain is one of the best motivators. Because you were in that spot, right? And if you ever start sliding down and feeling like, hey, I'm getting closer to that spot, bring yourself back to the pain. Because you knew what that felt like. Yeah. You know, discouragement, is that maybe an accurate word?
Yeah, I feel like so much like, even if I can sleep in the night, so much, 5-6 months like.
Yeah, 5-6 months, it's just.
I can imagine like God can give anybody this kind of situation, like once like if you got some like mental help, some then you don't feel so much depressed, like that I feel like.
You don't feel so much depression. Okay, yeah.
Like if I got some mental help, like mental help means like someone that is encouraging me, something that I just need that thing. But I never found that one, and like I feel down and depressed.
Yeah, it was like a spiral downwards. Oh, man. So what I see then, like what happened was that you turned a little bit in some ways. Like your next communications were a little bit more hopeful when we started talking again. And the last time we had a session, that was a really big deal. Like that last session we had when you were in your car.
Yeah.
And you're in the middle of choices, you're in the middle of decisions. And I guess for me, that session was forget the content. I just wanted to be there for you and just be your motivator, like be in your corner. You know, like the boxing thing we always talk about.
I remember that's the thing.
Yeah.
I remember that thing. Yeah. And that video gives me so much encouragement. Like I always remember that thing. Like I should have to go outside of that corner at any stroke, either physically, mentally, whatever, by any, like what I can do to avoid that corner.
Yeah.
So that always I kept in my mind, like that I kept.
Yeah. You got to get out of the corner. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. You got to get out of the corner. And we talked about that lots, right? Like the boxing, I'm your coach, and I'm helping you with getting prepared to get in the ring, right? Because that's what we work on, really. The coach that stands in your corner when you're in the boxing ring that's just one part of it. But we're working to get you back in the ring, right? That's what we're doing, right? But then when you're in the ring, man, it's like you used to just like, hey, here I am, and it's like, you're not guarding yourself, right? So we talked about what aspects of life you need to guard, right? And then when you need to attack, like if you're in the ring, you got to attack sometimes. So, but I can see some of those things. And then remember we talked about the corner, right? Sometimes you're stuck in the corner. What do? Well, the first thing is you got to get out of the darn corner, because you stay in the corner, you're just going to get pummeled. So you did that, right? And some of that just really, that you said that's helped for some of your motivation.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. So I see your journey as it continued, Mattis, through that to how today, the very first thing that you started talking to me about was possibility thinking. And instead of the whole, I'm keeping on looking for the job, right? You're doing what you've always really wanted to do, and that's get your master's. And you applied, and and you say now what happened? You got it, right? You're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the admission confirmation.
Nice, man. See, this is awesome, right? So your motivation started changing, right? Because you started watching some of the videos that I've sent you, different videos and stuff, including The Secret and other things.
Yeah.
You started to change some of the ways that you thought inside of yourself. You started to change your approach and look at things differently, and then the possibilities started to open up for you.
Yes.
Mattis, see, things are just, they can happen for you like this. Like, how awesome. Yeah. So, Mattis, I just have to say, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you just because you're taking a journey and you're not just sitting down. Like, you're in the ring. You know, it might feel like you got like a lot of hits, right? You got knocked down a few times, but you got to keep on getting back up and keep on fighting. Yeah. Awesome. So, I guess in a nutshell, how have you seen, for you, like how has coaching helped you in your process of all this stuff?
Yeah, like what I feel, like the continuous support, like continuous encouragement. Like remember, I always give you, like after 2 weeks, like every second Saturday, alternate Saturdays. So I feel like on this Saturday, like what I learned and what I did, like I can slowly apply to me, and I'll build for the within after 2 weeks I can. If I lost something, then again I will encourage.
Yeah.
So that's actually my thinking on that way, like, and also that way I succeed. But but at the end, like something happens, so that I will totally disturb.
Yeah.
So after that, but I think now, like also during that time also I read your website also. Sometimes like I study how to boost the attitude, other like the videos like you have one-to-one session with your TV programs.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, that also like the discussion also I got some good knowledge from there.
Nice.
Yeah, overall like although I so many times happens like I can say 70% I lost my mind,
Yep.
but 30% I gain again, and I'm trying to like recover like as 100%
Yeah.
with your coaching. So yeah, I think I'm succeed. Like I never give up.
You never give up. That's it. Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, because from from India, like from a foreign country, to settle here and to adjust here, it's not a good deal. Like it's a very tough task. Like if you have not so much potential, like to adjust here or another country, like it's a very tough task. And I found like for me it's a very even very tough task. Even I not contact with like one-to-one person, like someone will help me and encourage me and this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that is I got from you.
Nice, man. It's awesome.
Because when I first came, I totally like hopeless. Like I feel I can't do anything because I am some like introvert kind of person.
Yes. Yeah.
I can share so many like not many things to others. But I found a good thing from you. Like,
Yeah.
so.
Awesome, Matt. Hey, thanks for that. Yeah. And I found a good thing for you too, man. So, I just think that you've come on an awesome journey, and let's look for ways for us to continuously support you and what we can do. But you know what? Like what I see that's important in what you said is consistency was important for you.
Yeah, consistency.
Yeah. And that's where a lot of people fall, right? Dieting is a great example. It's like we eat great for 3 days and then we eat terrible for 4. It doesn't work, right? And not dieting, but, just like getting in shape would be a better way of saying it. I don't actually adhere to a lot of the dieting methods. But in your personal life too, right? You can go off and read all the motivational material, go to your coach, do all the great things for 3 days, and then 4 days do nothing, or else just like have negative thoughts and then just pollute your mind with all kinds of spiraling things. And what's going to happen is eventually the idle time and the inconsistency will take over, right? So it's part of what we've talked about with the ring too, getting in the ring. Because when you're in the ring, you know that you got to be watching. You know you got to be on guard. And when things are okay, that's when we start coasting. But if you're in the ring, you always have to be watching. Just like okay, he's jabbing, right? So you're blocking the jabs, and you're playing the boxing game, right? And you're always alert. So in life, you need to be alert.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, that also I remember watching like. Also, I watch like what's going on. Like that also sometimes I keep in my mind, like watching the things surrounding, like watching the what's that also I did.
Yeah, that's awesome, Mattis. That's great. So we're gonna send you this little video, and I hope this is really gonna bless you. And thanks for doing this little video with me and sharing your story. And also letting me encourage you and just be your coach. It's been a privilege. Awesome. Cool, buddy.